And you know what? Vampires, I'm not going to say vampires are played out. I'm not. But there are lots of movies. And you could say comedy. Comedy's been around since before, the big S. I'm the little S. The big S. And the big S has also done drama, murders, incest, all sorts of stuff. So a lot of these things have been out there for a long time. Do people say comedy's dead? No, it's not. Vampires aren't either. And you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You just have to take the wheel, take off just enough spokes to make it personal for what you like, the way you want your wheel to be, other than to function as a wheel, right? Some wheels will be gentler, some will be bumpier, but you're still going to get there. For the most part, it's a wheel. That's what it does. So yes, Bereft Reality is a good place for younger, I would say younger readers, maybe women in particular, self-esteem. And the Heinous is fairly new. The Heinous, it has a medical, a little bit of a medical background as far as how that twists. A good family book is actually Picking Murphys. Picking Murphys is about a family of 4 in Connecticut, and they make their way to California for a vacation. And that's a good kind of, has a younger daughter, younger son, and a mother and father, middle-aged. So that is a good place to go as well. I mean, there's lots of books I've written. There's many more coming. But those are the ones that people are, not necessarily what I like the best, but those are what people are wanting to get into.
In your books, do you consider your works more entertainment, or do you weave in some forms of social commentary?
Okay. Okay, so yes and no. Picking Murphys has a good and bad spirit. The bad spirit is up front, kind of where you'd expect the bad spirit to be. The good spirit, it's not always able to do the right thing. It's not always able to be there. It's kind of there to pick up the pieces and to make you not quit, to help you carry that cross, not to stop the cross from falling. That's a good religious kind of metaphor there. There is yes, a couple of my books have to where I go through, and it's not necessarily like the character has a background voice. It's not like you're listening to their conscience, but morality is in almost everything that I do to some extent. It may play more of a role in one story, more of a role than another with a character, as opposed to just a theme. But yes, that stuff is there. I have yet to write something that is, there's a couple movies and a couple books out there that are like strict, and that's the whole premise of what they're trying to do. Not going to say that that I actually do that, but I do have a lot of, as far as the way I write, the way the first person comes in and out sometimes. I'm very big with dream sequences. Some of my novels, more so than others. Picking Murphys has a couple that I'd say are really spectacular. One of the most scariest things of a horror movie that bothers me when I watch, that kind of gets to me, or I wouldn't say triggering, but that I really like, is when you wake up in a dream that's maybe a nightmare, then you wake up again in the nightmare, and you're like, holy shit, and you're trying to wrap your head around it. If you're reading it, great, you can go through and read it again. If you're watching a movie, back in my day, you'd rewind it on VHS. Now you can just skip back, right? You do what you need to, get where you need to go. But when you're experiencing it firsthand, when you only have that one take, that initial feeling, and you wake up inside of a wake up, and then you've realized that, and then it happens again. Twice is bad enough. 3 times, it's hard to make that happen. I'm pretty good at that. I really enjoy figuring out ways to make that happen. So I don't really know, other than going down that road too much further, not to reveal anything else in this. This is more about how I write in general, and not a specific on anything that I may have written. But yeah, that's where I can stop with that.